Summer was ending and fall was on its way in. This was my last chance to make her first camping trip amazing. They say first impressions are everything, and because this was Lisa's first trip, I wanted to pull out all of the stops, because this is something I want to experience with her for a long time to come. So we packed up the car and headed west to one of my favorite spots. Good job.
Frio is incredible. You guys are in for one heck of a video. Look at this water. Are you kidding me?
So even though the scenery is immaculate, and let's not take anything away from it, it is incredible out there, we still had quite a few obstacles to make it past and make sure Lisa had a good time.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today is special. We're doing our first couples kayak camping trip. We're going back to a place that is near and dear to my heart, and I wanted to show Lisa just as her first time out here. To really get her stoked on the sport. Everybody, hello. Welcome Lisa. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We have all sorts of plans for the campsite and paddling this beautiful river. All right, guys, we are off and starting our adventure. The water literally looks fake. This is crazy. Just look all around. It is spring fed, so the water should be cooler than your typical water, except last night was pretty cold here, and it's supposed to get cold here again. Okay, upriver we go. This is so cool. But as you guys can tell, it is immaculate out here. Did you bottom out? Oh no. All right, the first of many runnings aground. We're gonna get Lisa all fixed up here, but it doesn't matter too much because we are at our first shallow section. So we will paddle up and then get out and then walk our boats up this little stretch. All right, here we go.
Most notably, flow rates are at near record lows. It hasn't rained for a very long time and is going to make this journey quite tough.
We're in paradise, folks. We've made it to paradise, and that is the Texas Hill Country. All right, we're quickly approaching the waterfall, and you guys might remember that from previous videos, but this thing is probably 10 feet tall and usually has water gushing down from it. It's going to be very tricky to navigate our way up it with these heavy boats, so we're going to work on that right now. This is a good beach to get out on. And of course the sun is setting, so we're gonna get a move on. In through here we're dodging boulders and trying to stay in the blue. So you can see there's like little flutes and whatnot, so you just wanna keep along the dark, stay blue, avoid the brown areas, because that means you're getting a little bit too shallow and we don't like running aground. Just shoot these little gaps. All right, guys, waterfall 2. But Lisa is doing an impressive job of powering through and getting up this river. You know, once you get into one of these flutes, it's not so bad. So that's what I'm doing, just kind of guiding it. But it's very slippery in here. Just walking them upriver. All right, high five for getting a tough part done. Thank you. Good job, Reese. Guys, make sure to leave Lisa some comments of encouragement. She's out here battling and having a great time too. So let's make sure she feels welcome and get her back out on some more trips. So this next part is gorgeous.
Even though flow rates weren't where we wanted them to be, the weather was stacking up to be perfect. In fact, I only gave Lisa about a 2-day heads up before going on this trip. I asked if we had a free weekend, and she replied yes. I said, great, we're going camping.
Right now we're navigating our way through a boulder field, trying not to run aground. Every time we make it over an obstacle, it just feels right to do a little high five. Keeps the spirits high. To camp we go. I still can't get over this water. It's amazing.
At this point, the obstacles were getting more and more frequent. I was a little bit worried that Lisa might think this is more than she bargained for. After all, I've brought many guys out to these rivers and their fuse gets short before we even reach camp. We needed to find camp, kick our shoes off, and start the next part of this adventure.
Time to press on. Lisa called it, she just spotted camp. We're gonna go check it out and make sure it's suitable and legal because that is of the utmost importance out here. And we want to respect everybody's private property. This is something I've paddled past several times, but it's been 2 years, so you never know if it's gonna be overgrown or if the gravel has just been completely moved around. All right guys, we have arrived at the place that I was hoping would be our camp and it looks pretty good. So I'm going to hop up there and then go scout it with Lisa.
I think it looks good. It's a little weedy.
Yeah.
Finding a suitable place to stay for the night is paramount. This is where you're going to spend the next 12 hours and the bulk of your trip. We seek out places with plenty of natural resources for fires, level ground, and smaller rocks for a good night's rest. And whenever you can find that room with a view, you know you've landed in the right place.
Yeah, that looks good. It's gonna get chilly. Delicious? Nice. This evening's happy hour variety is the Live Oak Hefeweizen. Cheers.
Cheers.
This is one of the few Hefeweizens that is made here in Texas that I really enjoy. How is your happy hour going?
So good.
Good. It's pretty decent?
Yes, I've eaten most of the guac.
Oh no.
Out of all the spots I've set up in, this island has got to be one of the best.
Okay, now that our happy hour has come to an end, the sun is setting. It's time to get serious about the firewood and start getting our coals ready for dinner. We successfully built the fire and we're gonna need, about 30 minutes before we get some really good solid coals. So for now, we're going to tune into a couple college football games and then extend happy hour.
Right place, right time.
All right, time for some Swiss cheese. First taste. How'd it turn out?
so tasty.
Is it really? Okay, good.
The remainder of the night consisted of cheeseburgers and just having a good old time around the fire. Good morning, guys. It's the beginning of day 2. We just woke up. This Big Agnes double sleeping bag held air completely. Hasn't lost anything, and it's real thick. So we didn't feel any of these river rocks or anything like that. Pretty soon here we'll start making coffee and cooking breakfast. I'm actually noticing a few little sprinkles going on in the water. You might pack up the tent a little quicker.
Yeah.
First ever time I've used the mocha pot. Does that instill confidence?
Do we bring any creamer?
Nope. Here you go.
Thank you.
All right, Lisa, do not expect this to be good, but it was an attempt and we've got some coffee out of it, so I think it'll be all right. It's not the best I've ever had. I think Lisa agrees with that as well. Kind of just tastes like black coffee. Just cooked up some breakfast sandwiches. We're going with eggs scrambled with some sweet potatoes in there, and we sauteed the sweet potatoes before pouring in the eggs. Served on an H-E-B bakery bun with Swiss cheese.
It's good.
Okay. I think that's really good. Yeah, I like it a lot. We never liked saying goodbye, but it was time to leave camp and begin the trek downriver. That's the benefit of the vapor. All right, I can't believe how shallow it is here. Nice. May only be 17 CFS. There's still some fun to be had. There we go. So bad. Close your eyes. Get out. It was just as hard going back downriver as the previous day. But on that last day of the trip, it's always so peaceful. You're not really racing a sunset. You're just headed to the finish line, trying to enjoy those last few moments out in nature. And that's exactly what we did. This world of ticking clocks, I hope I'm getting through. As we wrapped up the trip, I asked Lisa one simple question. Would you ever go again? And much to my surprise, she answered with a resounding yes, but only 2 times a year. Hey, I'll take it. There was no shortage of hard work on this trip. That alone would turn most people away, but not Lisa. She persevered and tried something new. Because of this effort, we now have something that we'll be able to share together for many, many years to come. Here's to the future adventures, Lisa. This one was one for the books. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode. This one was so special having Lisa out here with me, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.